Roblox has once again shown how much they care about user safety by verifying the owners of open online dating games accessible to children. I got this tweet from Naughty Gamer on YT that the group holding one of these dating games called Boys and Girls Club Roleplay had recently been verified. Before we get into it, I want to say I and others did speak with its owner and two lead helpers, and they did commit to improving safety, which we'll talk about more soon. It's owned by COWCOW'S and is another one of those games that's very inviting to online daters that we've seen the likes of before with those CNP hangouts I covered in the past. Roblox had previously terminated the CNP hangout owner and games in 2022, but he has been allowed to return and open the same game multiple times. COWCOW'S game is marked as a social game, but its age rating is marked as suitable for everyone, so any random child can join this game at any time. It's got kissing animations, private bedrooms, bathrooms, pools, and all those kinds of things you usually see in these games. They all follow the same basic template with the same features and visuals, and the owners all upload multiple versions, probably in case one gets taken down. The most notable difference with the ones owned by COWCOW'S is that it openly encourages new players to online date in a welcome message for first-time players.
Welcome to the original Boys and Girls Club Roleplay, the ultimate hangout experience. Brought to you exclusively by Stucky and Kizzy682. We are positive you will have an amazing experience. Whether you are a lonely beta looking to make some friends, a alpha sigma looking to do some rizzing, a normal skibidi looking to roleplay with the brews, we are sure you'll have the best time. Mwah.
So we have an all ages accessible game that encourages online dating that has kissing animations and stuff of that nature, and what does Roblox do? They reward the owners by verifying the group that holds it rather than taking down the game that poses a danger to children who play it. Now, to tell you the truth, I'm not all too surprised by this, and honestly, this is what I expect from the current Roblox for multiple reasons. First of all, this isn't the first dating game whose owner they've verified. The other CNP hangout guy, the Official Teddy, was verified like a year ago. Secondly, I think the verification process may be automatic for devs/groups who reach a certain threshold of visits organically rather than being given out manually. Even if it is a manual process though, it is likely done by people who aren't moderators who can't ban the game upon seeing it. That being said, if it is manual, it'd be done by Roblox employees who should be able to recognize that this is not appropriate and forward it to mods to ban it. Either way, automatic or not, there should be some form of review process to make sure it's okay, and clearly there isn't, or employees deem this content okay. And thirdly, Roblox seems to be okay with dating games for kids, judging by how they don't take them down despite reports being made against them. I was able to get in contact with COWCOW'S on Discord and asked him a series of questions about why he hosts such a weird game and markets it the way he does. Our one-on-one conversation unfortunately did not go well at first, and it really felt like he was trying to avoid my questions, so it really went nowhere. He did quickly show that his game has a moderation system though, so at least it has that, but I wasn't given any info on how much it was used at the time. Thankfully, we were able to sort out a group discussion with COWCOW'S, a couple of his staff members, myself, Schlepp, and Ruben Sim. This chat was a lot more productive as COWCOW'S and his staff were open enough for the three of us to question them and provide ways for them to fix things up. They claim their games were made as ways for people to make friends, despite there being multiple parts of the map, usually combined to make up condo games. Unfortunately, they acted very oblivious to several of the game's problems, including the thumbnails, which they really had no answer for. We brought up the game's icon having a girl saying "Zaddy" next to some dude on a bed, and COWCOW'S quickly acted to remove it, only to replace Zaddy with the spicy emoji. We were able to knock some sense into them though, and they seem to at least acknowledge that they have a lot to do to make their game safer. I'm not going to get into every specific because we all know what shouldn't be in their game, and that's what we told them, and they seem to understand that. They also showed a few ban logs from before our conversations, so they had moderated people, which is honestly so good to see. You would not believe how refreshing it is for me to see a game of this nature actually moderating players, especially with perm bans. In the end, they took our recommendations and committed to improving their game's safety and even handed over the info they had on potential predators. COWCOW'S said the hotels/private rooms, bathrooms, spin the bottle, bad thumbnails, and hearts in the title, all of which attract weirdos, would all be removed. At the time of writing this, they hadn't changed anything with their games, but it's late and XDuxie said it'd be done by the end of tomorrow at the least. Time will tell if they are being truthful about cleaning up their game, but I sincerely hope they do for the sake of their players and themselves. Games like this not only put kids in danger, as even they had multiple predators in their games, but it can screw with the dev themselves and those around them. How can it affect friends or family knowing that someone they're close to created something that brought degeneracy and children together and let it happen? It can hurt the players, it can hurt those you're close to, and it can hurt yourself because as you get older, you'd have to live with the decision you made that endangered kids. Credit to XDuxie and the 2 staff members that spoke with us for actually listening, and here's to hoping they truly act on making their games safe.